What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. And today we have a live stream. Not gonna drop a video. Got some family coming over, but I figured they'd be here around 7:15, 7:30. So it's a out of nowhere live stream. If you were watching this on a rerun and are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Yes. Also, turn on post notifications so you're instantly notified when I go live or drop content. Sometimes we go live out of nowhere. Also, very important, hit that like button for your boy. It goes a long way for the channel. And yes, follow your boy on Twitter. That's where you get this Eagle news behind the YouTube scenes right there at Philly_Mike25. We going to have a long season, and we about to let people hear it. Shout out to the people that's getting in here. Big Play Slay, Eagles Uncensored Podcast, Marcel. Shout out to Malik Savage, who says, I'm a Washington fan and I'm ready to play the Eagles. Are you really ready to play us? Because you're not going to get the Jalen Hurts first half, Nate Tankfield second half. You're going to get the real Philadelphia Eagles. That's what you're going to get. And as Adam Schefter said the other day when he was also talking about Deshaun Watson, this Eagles roster is underrated. Yes, you heard it here first, underrated. Shout out to Brenda Cox in the building. Appreciate you for coming through. But it's underrated. It is very underrated. And like I said, I just decided to do a stream. I'll put it up 20 minutes ago, and that's what we do sometimes. It's not scheduled at all. But anyways, this Eagles defense is underrated. More so the offense, I think Adam Schefter was talking about being underrated. Got some skill guys that can get it done. Devontae Smith being a guy who's unknown, but looks like we're going to put a lot on his plate, and I believe he's going to be able to handle it with ease. The route running ability, just the way he gets in and out of his breaks, the mindset he has. He's coming in here with a chip on his shoulder, and you're like, Mike, how can it be a chip on his shoulder who was a first-round pick, 10th overall, Heisman Trophy winner, got an award from the ESPYs, and that's the reason there's a chip. Not a chip. A chip is when you're right, it's not a chip. What I meant to say is he has a lot of pressure on his shoulders because he has to, I repeat, has to live up to that hype. A lot of Alabama wide receivers come out, and not every single one of them gets a Heisman. It's been one wide receiver in the last 20 years. He got to live up to it. He can't let Jalen Waddle, last year's Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs, multiple years ago, Julio Jones and Amari Cooper and Calvin Ridley, these guys be legit Alabama wide receivers while he's like a wide receiver. So we got a lot to play for. Kyler said, what's up, my fellow Eagle fans, long-time viewer, first-time talker. Shout out to Kyler Kratz. I love it. Sometimes we got people who just sit back and watch, whether it's a regular episode, they watch and they never comment. Or if it's a live show, it's always good when they, you know what, I'm going to say something today. Because as Eagle fans, we shouldn't be scared of nothing. Scared of nothing. Make sure you hit that like button on the way in. Appreciate it. The King says, go Seahawks. A team that always beats the Philadelphia Eagles. I am. Texas Eagle in the house. Shout out to my guy, channel member in the building. As always, Eagles Uncensored. Again, channel member in the building. Ready to get that butt whooped. Is that what you getting ready for, bro? Big Play Slay. So the team is super talented. The defense is very iffy. But we still have a very good D-line and a very underrated offense. And that's where I think, the people who are optimistic about this roster via Adam Schefter, via people in this league who want to keep their mouths closed, because it ain't a popular thing to say that the Eagles roster is pretty good. But if you look around on offense when healthy, and people say, well, we're not always healthy. Right now we're healthy. And you can only judge this team off what we know now. Health is on our side as we speak. And when you look at the offensive skill players, whether it's Miles Sanders, who was one of the best running backs in the NFL last year when it comes to yards per carry, who had over 150 carries, was limited behind by a coach, a quarterback who only played 3.5 games and had some upsides. An offensive line that, when healthy, which we haven't seen lately, is still an offensive line that can get it done. A tight end who cracked the top 5 or top 10 when he was a backup to Zach Ertz. There's so many things that you could talk about on this offensive side of the ball that you are like, how's it going to be flat out bad unless Jalen Hurts does not progress in the art of reading his progressions and being consistent, because he got to be consistent. That's the thing. I see the upside, and that's why around the fantasy world, Jalen Hurts is going to be a low-key, pretty decent pickup at the quarterback position for fantasy, because the upside, the rushing, the touchdowns, the scrambling plays. But can he be consistent and command an offense? I do believe he has that in his arsenal. And we're going to watch some things. Like I said, shout out to everybody who's coming in here. And whoa. I forgot to do my EAGLES Eagles. Let's get it. Marcel said, man, the Seahawks are going to be trash this year. We're about to see. RB, what's going on? Philly Mike, what's good, he said. Shout out to my guy, Philly 59. Said, I'm out here listening while trying to get through this LA traffic. Hey, shout out to you, my guy. Got it on. You know what I mean? Make sure you pay attention to the road, though. Appreciate you, though. Philly 59 said, how long are you going to be on? I'm going to need you for 2 hours. My man going on a long road trip. He got the... Yeah, I mean, we're going to see. Like I said, you know what I mean? I had no intention to do a video today. I came home. I said, I can't even get a video. I got a lot of stuff to do. Boom, I saw a window, 6:35 to around 7:30. So maybe an hour. Maybe I'll try to go longer for Philly 59. Philly 559. But we going to talk some talk. Kyler Kratz says, we have some really good talent on this team. It's just favoritism for veterans that hurt us, in my opinion. I agree, especially last year. And that's where you hope a guy like Nick Sirianni, who's going to preach competition, is going to be able to sell Howie Roseman on competition. Think about this. Last year, Howie Roseman was really, and Howie Roseman is in charge of the roster still, but you can't preach competition and have a young guy or a guy who's getting paid less doing better than the veteran or their higher paid guy. You can't preach competition around the roster and then let Howie Roseman do this guy over this guy because of dollars or because of veteranship. So I think for Nick Sirianni to come out and say competition as many times as he said it, Howie Roseman got to abide by them rules. Yes! The Philadelphia Eagles in 2021 got some rules. Hold up, wait a minute. We got a super chat from my guy, Primetime Stephen Joyce. Let me hear it. EAGLES Eagles! Shout out to my guy dropping the $5 super chat. Much appreciated. He is a new Eagle content creator. He doesn't do long videos, but if there is some breaking news, he gonna come on, quick 30-second to a minute video and let you know what happened. G7 MLB's Gaming said, I'm late to the stream. What up, Philly Mike? What did I miss, brother? Nah, we just starting. We physically been on for 9 minutes. We've been only going for 9 minutes. Paul 44, channel member in the building. What's up with you, my guy? Young Money said Eagles will win 8 to 9 games at least. And that's where I kind of have us. I had us between 7 and 9 because I'm a realistic guy. But there's an optimistic side of me that really looks at the roster, especially on offense, and thinks that why can't we get it done? Why can't we get it done? You know what I'm saying? Eagles Uncensored said, hey, Mike, I got a question for you. Do you believe the full pad practice and full contact practice will cut down on our injuries? I just think whatever we were doing, we have to do something different. I don't know exactly what Doug Peterson was putting these guys through, but we have to do the opposite. We got to keep these guys fresh, and they got to get the work in, but we have to just make sure that, health got to be in top priority for the Philadelphia Eagles. Whether we sign this guy, this rookie, that guy, If we don't stay healthy, we will continue the downfall of the Philadelphia Eagles. Part of that was due to aging guys. Part of that was due to, I don't know, maybe Doug Peterson. But they're guys who were injured and are a part of this coaching staff who are not here, and we have to take full advantage of that, simple and plain. RB says, so what are you looking forward to seeing, offense or defense, and why? Offense all day, just for the simple fact that I believe we have the underrated talent. It all going to come back to the two main guys, and that's Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts, who I have confidence in, but I gotta see it. We do have some tough games early on, but the first game is going to be an offensive-friendly game. Atlanta Falcons, not a great defensive team. It's going to be in our best interest to get some of the kinks out in that game, but really be able to put something together, put some long drives together, some big plays on that secondary. Second-year man, A.J. Terrell, who was supposed to be a good corner, was getting torched last year, and we got to keep going with that. But training camp is here, and I think the biggest battles when it comes to really figuring out who's going to be the linebacker, who's going to be the cornerback too, how good is the secondary besides the big guy Anthony Harris while our guy Ronnie McLeod is chilling. Because, you know what I mean, the starters on offense are named. The offensive line is there besides left tackle. Tight end is Dallas Goedert. Wide receivers, I believe, are set unless somebody makes a huge shock. But when you look at the defense, there's just way more questions and way more answers that we need training camp to find out. Now, you can look at the running back position. Who's going to go second, third to Miles Sanders? Who's going to be, fourth, fifth to the main three wide receivers? Can Quez crack the top three-ish, maybe four? That's stuff I got to see, but the defense is still the biggest question marks. But shout out to Jalen Williams, channel member in the building. What's going on with you? Jason Wallace, what's going on? Fly Eagles fly all day. Aiden said, you take reps from Travis Fulgham and start washed up Alshon Jeffries. Yeah, that wasn't good. Wasn't good at all. Kara Poole in the building, what's up? Like I said, this was a, hold up, wait a minute. I got an hour. I got 45 minutes. Boop. Let's go live. Shout out to you guys, though. Witch King says, what up? Do you think Jordan Howard makes the team? That is a guy who I think is really on the bubble. I think signing or when we brought in the waived Kerryon Johnson off waivers, I think that really put a timetable on Jordan Howard. Listen, Jordan Howard was a premier running back a couple years ago. He came out the same year Ezekiel Elliott did. And we're not talking about just running backs in that class. We're talking about running backs from that date. I think it was 2017. I lied, 2016. From 2016, and so he came to the Eagles. His last year with the Bears, he was second to Zeke Elliott. And for some reason, he came in strong, offered us some stuff. But then the stinger happened, and I don't know how or why he couldn't get on the field in Miami, but he couldn't get on the field, and that is concerning. Came back into an organization that kind of knew what his issue was with the so-called stinger, and the man couldn't get on the field. It's concerning. Big Play Slay said, smash that like button and hit the subscribe button. Big facts. It's easy. It's free. It don't cost a thing. I mean, we got 45 people in here. Shout out to you guys. Friday, 6:50. Not my normal streaming day or time, but I appreciate it. I definitely do. Aiden said, Grady Jarrett, we got double team. Y'all talking to each other, I guess. Eagles Uncensored said, hey, Mike, should we be happy that Howie Roseman isn't extended yet with the new contract, considering it's up at the end of this year? Wouldn't Jeffrey have extended him if he wanted Howie longer? Yeah, well, as we all know, this is so-called Jalen Hurts tryout year. I think when Jeff Lurie hit the reset button and somehow Howie Roseman stuck around, I think this is a year that he has to prove it as well. Why would he get a free pass on everybody else, even though we know they have a very special connection and whatnot? King Diego, Milton Williams is going to dominate next to Fletch. I hope so. I'm very interested to see what type of work he puts in, how they use him in the rotation when it starts in training camp and as it goes to preseason. Of course, early preseason when the backups get most reps, he's going to be there and doing it. Very good. Very good at his, pro day, doing all that extra stuff. They compare him to Aaron Donald, but now we got to see it on the grass. The dude is athletic, a little smaller to play inside. Maybe he could rotate in and out. We definitely got to see. But I love this possibility of rotating all these guys from Josh Sweat to Derek Barnett to Brandon Graham to Kerrigan, the D tackles, Hargrave, Fletch, Milton, even Ridgeway. Jalen Williams said, do you believe in aliens? Yes, I do. Anybody who's a Cowboy fan can't really be a normal person. You know what I mean? It can't be a normal person. Giants, Washington, that can go as well. But let's just look at Nick Sirianni one more time. Now, this is with the wide receivers, but it's good to see him on the field just teaching. Let's look at it. I still got it pulled up from when I made the video. Let's look right quick.
When you get that guy here, you'll kill him. When you get that guy to flip his hips, you know what I mean? So I'm in a back pedal and he breaks on you, minus. Okay. Plus. Every time, stare that down when you're looking at him in off coverage.
There you go. Not nothing Devontae Smith, Heisman Trophy winner, don't know, but it's always good to press it in his head. And I think Devontae Smith is going to be challenged at the line. These NFL cornerbacks are going to see his size, and they're going to come up licking their chops. Wait, I got to say pause. Hopefully nobody else unsubscribes from me. But they're going to be thinking they can come up there and bully him. And with his first step, he's going to make him pay. And then they get him to open his hips because he is low-key fast. People just look at him as a route runner. He can still get vertical, and he's going to cut it up. And here's the thing a lot of people ain't talking about, which let me know if you guys are concerned with it. Jalen, a guy who watches tape. This offense so far, what I'm hearing is going to be, the West Coast, get the ball in the receiver's hands, the running backs out in the flats, and let them go to work, and then we'll take our shots. But there's going to be a lot of option routes. Option routes, if you play Madden, it's a route that looks like he can go straight, or he can cut it in, or he can curl, or he can slant. So with the option route being heavy in the West Coast or in this system, Jalen Hurts got to really trust Devontae, Travis, Rager, Greg, Quez. You got to be on the same wavelength, because the option route, you're dropping back, you're on your third step. He sees, ooh, I got him beat, I'm going this way. Or, you know what I mean? The route is called for a straight with an option in it, and he sees the defender open his hips, and he got him. You just got to be on the same page. You really got to understand, defenses and stuff like that. So that's going to be a challenge for Jalen, and I think he's up for the challenge. Texas Eagles said, we have a lot of young guys. Which veterans do you think will have a standout season? What veterans? Well, Fletcher Cox is going to let people know why he's still the second best D tackle in the NFL. And another veteran who's tired of the hate, that is Darius Slay. Big play Slay is tired of the hate. He is very tired. You hear him on Twitter. Anytime someone quotes something he did good, he's retweeting it, and rightfully so. Look, when I look at Slay, I see a guy who did his job for the majority of the year, got beat up a couple times by some great wide receivers, but wasn't put in the right situation. And, like I said, the big names, the Devontae Adams, the DK Metcalfs, the DeAndre Hopkins, they got him a little bit, but this is a wide receiver league. It's a passing league. They're going to win some. But when you put this guy in a situation where he's comfortable in, maybe he can do a little bit more of this against the Cowboys, running the route, and he intercepts CeeDee Lamb. Look, Andy Dalton dropping back. Look at that. Boom. A little bit more off ball. Looked like they were playing some cover 3. Darius Slay lurking. Got him. Give me that ball. Let's watch it one more time. There it is. Darius Slay dropping back, looking. He has an option. He can stay with the guy on the outside, but Dalton fires in the middle. And that is what big play Slay does. He got tremendous speed to break on the ball. But when he's only playing man-to-man in a wide-open field where there's no safety help, things can spiral out of control a little bit. Bobby in the building. Kyler said, if you're talking Super Bowls after practically going 8-8 every year, then you must be an alien. I love it. I love it. Just seeing what my brother said. Slasher said that sounds great, but even what money are we paying him once he's cleared? Who are we talking about? Who are we talking about? RB said, I'm trying to join you, Kara. I'm bringing the chaser. Here we go. You know your boy's Friday. Bang! You know I had a little bit of crown in the glass. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Much love and respect. Like I said, this was a just let's throw it together. But shout out to you guys. We're going to cheers. I only got a little bit. Like I said, my brother's coming through around 7:30. Haven't seen him in like a couple months. Not more than a couple months, but shout out to you guys. Cheers to the Philadelphia Eagles 2021 season. Let me get a... Where is it at? Hurry up. Let me get a... E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! Cheers. Crown Royal. Crown Rizzy. Let's go. Kara said second round, get between 900K, 1.5 mil. The second round? Oh, yeah, per year. We're talking about like a 4-year deal, I was thinking you were talking about. Marcel said, I think our offense will be dangerous if we have a good balance of running and passing, but Jalen Hurts will also have to perform and be up to par, but I know he will. I love the confidence, my guy. And yes, the run game is going to be crucial in the play of 2021 from Jalen Hurts and everybody around. That's what you got to do. You got to be balanced. You got to help out the O-line and stuff like that. But hold up, wait a minute. We got a super chat from Texas Eagle. Let me hear it. E-A-G-L-E-S Eagle. We going to do that every super chat. Remember when they compared Barnett to Reggie White? My goodness. Coming out of Tennessee, they said this could be the next Reggie White. Nah, but when I look at Derek Barnett, I see a guy who does have talent, who does flash. It's the consistency of health and just being on the field and having the right mindset, because I see him get into his feelings way too often and makes a bonehead play or something of that sort. Jalen said, with a lot of option routes, the side of the field you're going to is predetermined, but the defense alignment expect a lot of disguise. Keep your eyes on the 10 to 15 yard completions to see if Hurts is good. Yes, that is what you're going to see. The 10 to 15 yards, move the chains, get the ball in these guys' hands. We want Rager to move around. We want Rager to get that yak. Devontae Smith, we have to use a lot of motion as well. Get the defense to show their hand. The more you motion your team, depending on what the defense is playing, they got to show their hand. You know what I mean? Motion. Okay, this guy's playing man. They're playing man with a left side blitz. They're playing zone with a blitz. They're playing zone coverage. They're playing quarters. You don't really know exactly what zone they're playing, to be honest. But you definitely can get them to show their hand easier if you motion and do a lot of pre-snap moving and try to feel it out for a guy like Jalen Hurts. Carapool said, you don't sip on Crown. Down that, it's Crown. Come on now. Y'all trying to... there's no more drunk Mike on these streams. I'm a changed man. Bobby says, same with the mid erasers. Oh, you're talking to Kara. RB said, Mike, now let's think this through. Would it be better to keep Ertz and sign Nelson and cut JJ and Howard? Yeah, but that's the thing, though. JJ Arcega-Whiteside and Jordan Howard don't even equal Zach Ertz's cap space and money, so it wouldn't work, but I hear where you're trying to go. Witch King said Diggs is going to get torched. I love it. Kyler said we can all agree, though, Sweat is better than Barnett. Sweat is showing very good signs, and I can't deny that he should get more playing time. The upside still was always on Barnett. He just hasn't hit the ceiling, and this is the last year. I don't really see a scenario where he plays good enough to be back. And that's the thing. I think the Eagles have a very underrated team because of the young guys and the old guys, the veterans and the young guys. It's a good combination of both. However, going forward, the Philadelphia Eagles have to hit on their draft picks immensely. Like, it's always important to hit, but like, it's do or die for us to really turn the ship around. Because think about our best players: Fletch, Big Play Slay, Brandon Brooks, Lane Johnson, Ronnie McLeod. You know what I mean? Jason Kelsey. These are our best players, and these guys will be leaving soon. Maybe not next year. The next 3 years, almost all of them cycle out. So we got to start making moves. We got to stop extending, kicking the can down the road, as my guy Philly Fresh would say. You know, we got into arguments, all of that. Well, I love them. I love that guy to death. I love when we get into the little arguments, because at the end of the day, you know, it's fun. It's fun. I love the debate. Eagles Uncensored said Kerrigan. In all honesty, man, I'll start Kerrigan over all them because he's still got a lot left in the tank. But can he do it with a heavy snap count? That's the thing. Can he still be productive, increasing his snap count? That's the thing we got to see. I think he's going to get a heavier snap count than what he had in Washington last year, but you still got to use him sparing. Listen, first of all, the guy he might sub in for on the regular is Brandon Graham, and he's no spring chicken. So I think if you use Kerrigan and Brandon Graham sparingly on and off, keeping their snaps equal, and same with Josh Sweat and Derek Barnett, you're always going to have a fresh defensive end. Think about that. Just think about it. As the offensive line gets tired in the fourth quarter, you have a fresh guy, whether it's a D tackle or DN. There's always a fresh guy because he played half the snaps as the left tackle or the right tackle, so it's good to rotate. You know what I mean? Listen, especially when you start looking at Josh Sweat and Derek Barnett, equals. Brandon Graham and Kerrigan, equals. Rotate them, and now they all just got better. Philly Trez in the building. What's going on with you, my guy? Kara said, you said Kelsey wrong. Oh, yeah, it's Kels. You're right. I listened to 97.5 The Fanatic when they were talking about that. I did hear that. Name Brand said it only makes sense if we're trying to win, though. If not, we got to find the guy. What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about. Talking Sports with Coconut says Sweat has bad knees. They haven't reared its ugly head, though, in the last couple games. But listen, I want to talk a little bit about Quez Watkins. Let's look at this again. I know y'all probably saw my video, but one more time. Quez Watkins working out with some wide receiver specialists and some guys. Now, I don't know who the DB is, but look at the movement. Look at the speed. Look at the explosiveness. I like to see that out of Quez Watkins. A 6th-round pick who's trying to make his name in the league. Here we go. Bang, look at that. 1, 2. That third step just had him spinning. Had him spinning. As far as the D-line. What do you mean, the guy? What do you mean, the guy? I don't know what the guy means. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, the Philadelphia Eagles, even under Andy Reid, built a culture of rotating your D-line, keeping them fresh. You always want to have guys. Super Bowl season, Chris Long entered. You know what I mean? You always got to keep it fresh. You got Brandon Graham, who's not a spring chicken. You got a bunch of guys. Yeah, if we find that guy, if you got a Von Miller in his prime, go ahead and let him rock out. But it's always still good to rotate. Whether you're rotating defensive ends, D tackles, is still good. Shout out to LB in the building. Let me give LB one of these quick Eagle chants. Like I said, this was a spur of the moment. I'm not even using StreamYard. I'm just streaming on my OBS because, like I said, I came upstairs. My brother said he was going to be here at 6:30. Then he texts me and says, I ain't going to be there till 7:30, maybe 8. I said, bro, I didn't make no contact because you said you were coming. So I just quick flipped the script, turned it on.
In fact, I don't know.
And now Siri's telling me she don't know who my brother is. Why is Siri talking to me? But let me give him one of these real quick. E-A-G-L-E-S-E-O! Hey, shout out to LB in the building. Slasher said there's no point to put in a player like Kerrigan that's 32 years old and let him take snaps away from young developing guys like Sweat and Barnett. Yeah, but that's the thing. Sweat is not going to start on the opposite side. That's Brandon Graham's job, who is old as well. You know what I mean? Who is old as well. So listen, I think Sweat's snap count is definitely going to increase because you really got to see what Sweat is up for a contract this year. After this season, we either got to pay Sweat or bye-bye Sweat. Sounding weird, but bye-bye. And I don't think we want him to go. So you definitely got to increase his snap count and decrease Barnett, who looks to be out the door because he's on his 5th year, $10 million. I think that's just the way it's going to go. Kerrigan is a 1-year guy who's just ensures the defensive line. We were 3rd in sacks last year. We're trying to get to 1st. Now, it's going to be hard, but we need to apply pressure. The CB2 is a legit worried position. It's worrisome. It's 100% worrisome. But as we know, in our Super Bowl run, not claiming no Super Bowl or nothing like that, but the D-line really helped out guys like Jalen Mills and Ronald Darby who weren't good at all anyways. You know what I mean? We got McPherson. We'll see what he does. Philadelphia said, who do you think was taken? Who do you think was talking about Nick Sirianni? I really don't think it was much. Look, right now we're not down to the 53-man roster. There's like 87 to 90 people in that building. If there was a guy talking about Nick Sirianni, it could easily be a guy who's probably going to get cut. And let's be honest, if you say to somebody, Michael Robinson, man, Nick Sirianni, he has some different approaches to coaching. I mean, he's new. I don't know how it's going to work. Now, Michael Robinson takes that one thing you said and says, man, they're questioning Nick Sirianni. Bro, Nick Sirianni is a brand new head coach. There is questions, but the guys will follow his lead, and I ain't worried about it. That damn thing. I ain't worried about damn thing. But let's talk about Jalen Hurts, because at the end of the day, I want to see Jalen Hurts not only in training camp, I want to see him in preseason get a little bit under his belt before he steps into Mercedes-Benz. That stadium's a little bit rough to play in. The Eagles don't exactly go to Atlanta and show out. Even when we were good, we do struggle in that stadium. But let's look at Jalen Hurts, This is the thing I want to talk about. Nick Sirianni, who's not known for calling plays for guys with legs, you know what I mean? And I do want to utilize Jalen Hurts' legs. Whether it's Jalen Hurts doing it off script, dropping back, looking, nobody open, blitzer coming, bang, bang, boom, boom. But the RPO and the quarterback design run has to be part of the offense. It does. Watch this play. Miles Sanders gets all the attention from the linebackers. Watch the linebackers drop. And because of that, Jalen Hurts, high IQ, pulls it back and runs for 15. These things are chain movers, are important. It's things like this that can keep the drive. That's why Jalen Hurts has the it factor. He has to work on consistency. That is not, I've never said he doesn't. But look at this play against the Saints. Backed up into our own end zone. Here we go. Hikes the ball, fakes it to Miles. Oh my God, the collapse is real. 2nd and 11, first down. And he got about 15 on the play. This has to be implemented to the offense. It has to. If it's not, I'm going to be very upset with Nick Sirianni. I'm going to say, come on, man. X and O guy, you got to know. Jalen Hurts is a better passer than people give him credit for. He can hit the long ball. He can get the back shoulder fade. He has trust in his receivers, and he's going to put it out there for him. It's his progressions and the consistency of how he passes the short, easy ones, taking the right read and not doing that. Let's look one more time how important his legs are going to be, not just off script running, but actually doing it the right way. Look at the linebackers collapse, and this is the number one defense against the rush last year, which, allowed Miles Sanders and Jalen Hurts to go over 100. I wonder why. It's going to be a scary duo. Simple and plain. But then you look at him in the same game. The same game where it's like, oh, really? That's all you can do with your legs and blah, 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 blah. This is a play on 4th and 2 that a rookie in his very first start would be nervous to make. 4th and 2. I got legs. Jalen Hurts got legs. 4th and 2. I'm nervous. I'll run for it. Nope. He sticks to the play, reads the defense. The blitz is coming. He knows he got to get the ball out fast. Stands in the pocket, takes a hit to the face, and delivers a strike to Alshon Piano on the back Jeffrey. But he puts the ball in the right spot. My guy's getting it or nobody's getting it. Let's look at this. 4th and 2, pressure, bang, back shoulder. And Alshon Jeffrey, old as dirt, still has the IQ of a great wide receiver, turned his body. Now, he could have turned this way and tried to caught it on the shoulder, but he turned his body. But still, where's the ball thrown? On the outside shoulder. He turned around and caught it because he saw the DB's feet. I believe that's all, folks. You know, I got to get my little Looney Tune things up in here because Space Jam's here. And I'm going to go see Space Jam because I got kids. I got a 6-year-old who says LeBron James when he was 2 years old. Now, this is going back, so LeBron was LeBron. 4 years ago, LeBron was LeBron, and my 2-year-old used to say LeBron James like that. So, you know, of course you're going to go see Space Jam. You saw the first one, you'll see the second one. Anyways, Jalen Hurts in his rookie season made some great decisions. Great. And you're like, okay, that was one time. He just can't do it all the time or blah, blah, blah. This is another play in a different game that was similar to that one, but just deeper from the end zone. And here we go. Arizona Cardinals playing man-to-man defense. Patrick Peterson against the one, blah, 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 Alshon Jeffrey. But what does he do? He sees the blitz coming. He sees no safety over the top, and he says, listen, Alshon, you're not good, but I'm going to throw it to the outside shoulder, to your right shoulder. I'm going to throw it. Just come up with the ball. If you don't get it, it's going out of bounds. Patrick Peterson cannot make the play on it. Let's look against Arizona. Drops back. Here comes a blitz. Boom. He gets hit. Let's go. He didn't catch it on this side. He caught it on this side. And if he doesn't there, he doesn't die for it. It's going out of bounds. But he gave his receiver a shot. You got to love that about Jalen Hurts. He's not afraid to do the things like that. And then you talk about, oh, he doesn't have the deep ball and stuff like that. I mean, I've seen him connect with Jalen Reagor. Old man Alshon Jeffrey. He threw the flick of the wrist past 60-plus yards to Deshaun Watson. I got Deshaun Watson in my head. Deshaun Jackson against the Cowboys for his one touchdown of the season. And this was scrambling out why I think Tank Lawrence was right in his face. Oh, wait, I have that one too. Let's look at it. Rolling out, because I can only play 5 seconds. Tank Lawrence in his face. Flick of the wrist. And it's down there. Now you're going to say, well, why didn't you show the interceptions? Yes, that is concerning. The fumbles are concerning and the consistency of him reading defense. But do not tell me that with a crap team, a coaching staff that got fired, an offensive line that none of them guys will start, he can't be better. Rookies don't come in polished. He got to go through his lumps. But dang right, he's going to be better. Name Brand said that might be the best throw of his career so far. I love it. I love it. Ethan said, what up, Doc? You already know. The D-Jax throw. I just put that down. You know what I mean? You know I was going to do it. Jason said, my kid threw a rock today and said, Kobe. Oh, yeah. Gots to. If you follow me on Twitter, it was a year ago. I think Kobe's been going, what now? A year and some change? It was less than a year, like 6 months ago. I got my son shooting hoops, and every time he shoots the hoop, whether it was on a Fisher-Price thing back in the day, or now I got the little hoop. I got the real hoop, but I lower it down for me. Kobe, gots to. M. Johnson said Ward caught a deep one against the Packers. Oh, yes. And that was on fourth in, like, a long time. That was on fourth in a while. And I do believe I have that one, if I do say so myself. Let's look at it. So Jalen Hurts comes into the game, right? He comes into the game freshly off the Carson Wentz benching. And what does he do? Fourth and a long, way to go, delivers. Fourth and 18, drops up, climbs the pocket. Ward, touchdown. I mean, come on. I mean, he has what you call an it factor. He's going to go through his lumps. He's a young quarterback with a up-and-coming team, a team that is not fully prepared for him. A coach that's never called a game by himself in his life. A coach who never ran a team in his life. But let's not act like he didn't. This man has highlights in the 3.5 games. Not like, 10-yard passes. He has legit highlights where you're like, what? Climbing the pocket on 4th and 18. The back shoulder fade, taking a lick to his face. The Deshaun Jackson touchdown pass. All the scrambles that I don't have none of the scrambles. He got the ick factor. He has to be consistent, and I do agree with that. But we got 54 people in the chat. Listen, let's get 11 likes. 11 likes, and we'll be at 50. I'll put the Eagle chant up, and we take a shot. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be on here much longer. This was a preemptive live stream out of nowhere. I got my brother coming around 7:30-ish. Let's go. Let's get them likes to 50. Come on now. What is going on? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Hold on. He texts me. Hold up, wait a minute. Hold up. Oh, we got 48. 48 likes. Let me put the Nick training thing on for the people just getting in here real quick while I text them back. Nick doing his best wide receiver, guru with another baller wide receiver. Here we go.
When you get that guy here, you'll kill him. When you get that guy to flip his hips, you know what I mean? So I'm in a back pedal and he breaks on you, minus. Okay. Plus. Every time, stare that down when you're looking at him in off coverage.
Hold on one second. Rob Gamble in the building. Neither we want Hurts. There we go. Shifty in the building. What's up with you? Eagle Aslantis said it's been a year and a half since Kobe passed. Hey, RIP to a great one. Big facts. Jason Wall said, not to mention, he will throw the ball away. Yes, key times. He knew exactly what he needed to do. Get the ball out of his hands, throw it away, live to play another down. And hold up, wait a minute. We got 54 likes. Shout out to you guys, for real. So you know what we're going to do? Some Crown Rizzy. Like I said, my brother's coming through in a little bit. Preemptive stream. So here, whatever you're drinking, whether it's beer, juice, water, alcohol, lemonade, milk, whatever. I don't know why my camera's doing that. But shout out to you. Here, bang, cheers to the real ones. Let's go. Hold up, wait a minute, though. We got another super chat. Let me get a... E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagle! Shout out to Mullet. Petition for Alvarado. with the, I don't know what that money is. I think it's $2 in different currency. Let's put the Hasbullah on the O-line, baby. I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that, but shout out to you, my guy. Appreciate it. Jimbo2 said, how long are you streaming? Again, I just jumped on randomly at 6:35. So I've been going for about 45 minutes. I was going to go. I'm really going till my brother comes. Like I said, I did not expect to. Normally, if I go live, I put it up on YouTube for an hour or at least 1 or 2 hours before I go. But I'm like, it's like 6:20. My brother said he was supposed to be here at 6:30. He said, I ain't going to be there till 7:30, 8. So I said, let me talk to you guys. Kristen in the building. What's going on, Kristen? Ethan said, you getting drunk before you see your brother? My brother's a lightweight. And I don't know what we're doing tonight exactly, but we're going to do something. And so, yeah, I mean, I took 2 shots with you guys. That's it. I ate dinner. You know what I mean? Normally when I be up on here, I don't be eating, so we good. Jimbo said, need to get grub and a few drinks in me. Shout out to my guy Jimbo doing it right. Rob Gamble said, Crown be having me going ham on my leg. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my goodness. But now, let's look at this again, though. Like I said, we were looking at some highlights. I really do want to show you. I forgot. I think I took that one off. I did take that one off. It was the one where, you know, we looked at the RPO and the keeper. Let me pull it up one more time. So, again, like I said, all the attraction goes to Miles Sanders. And we need some design runs for Jalen Hurts. I mean, that's not Nick Sirianni's specialty, but he has to utilize the legs, not just him running off script. He has to utilize them in actual QB design runs because of what Miles Sanders does to a defense. But I had the video on here of the RPO and Jalen fake like he kept it, and then the linebackers bounce out to the left and Miles Sanders is off to the races to the right. That wasn't the Malcolm Jenkins stiff arm play, but it was a play that gained us like 17 yards. And so just the defense having to determine, is it Miles Sanders who's quick as lightning, or Jalen Hurts who still can lift 620 pounds on a deadlift, strong. Yeah, I mean, you don't want this guy running into you. Yeah, I mean, you don't want QB1 for the Philadelphia Eagles running into you. You definitely don't want that. But it's something that the defense has to really account for. Is Jalen going to keep it? He got legs. Is Miles going to keep it? He got legs. Is he going to throw it to a guy like Rager who is quick, gets the ball, makes some yak? Hurts. Smith, Goddard. What are they going to do? And that's the thing. And defenses didn't have to adjust for us last year because a couple reasons. One, because Doug Peterson refused to run the ball. Maybe it was because we were always trailing. Or maybe it's because Doug Peterson was losing his god dang mind. But that was horrible. When a defensive end can't pin his ears back and come at the quarterback religiously, you got to account for the run. You got to account for the pass. And oh my goodness, you got to account for an actual scrambling quarterback, Lamar Jackson. And I'm not saying Jalen Hurts is Lamar Jackson, but that is exactly why Lamar Jackson gets easy gimme passes. He gets gimme passes for the simple fact his legs are so dangerous. And Jalen Hurts does not got the quick twitch and the speed of Lamar, but he is a gifted runner. I wish I had some of his scrambles on tape, but I didn't. These are stuff I did for videos. You know what I mean? But like I said, this play is when I knew Jalen Hurts was for real. It's not even the Green Bay play where he threw the touchdown. The play that I knew Jalen Hurts was for real was against the Saints. And it's a simple 4th and 2, and I showed it already. 4th and 2. A guy like Jalen Hurts knows he can run for that 2 yards. But he trusts his arm. He trusts his mind of reading the play. They're going to blitz. Man-to-man coverage. I'm going to throw it to the outside. Jeffrey catches like this. Or if he's smart, which he was, turns around and still. The ball's on the outside shoulder. Do what you want with it. 4th and 2 and he's getting popped. Here we go. 4th and 2. Here, free blitzer. He got popped. The liver outside, close to the pylon. I knew right then and there with the scrambling he was doing against the Saints, whether it was design runs, preemptive runs, back shoulder fades, moving the chains, I saw something. My brain clicked and it said Eagles. And then I knew. Now I saw the Cowboys game and I said, talented playmaker, but he has to learn a few things. Be more consistent. Read the defense. Don't, there's things he did wrong. He wasn't perfect by any means, but the upside is there. He is what I would call a perfect person too. If you are a coach that believes you could develop talent, he's like a guy you want to start your career with. I don't care what people say. 50. People are going to poo-poo on him because of the 52% completion percentage and a lot of things. And I do agree that is not going to cut it in the NFL. But he's not going to just have that. He's not. Joshua said, yeah, I thought you had breaking news because the last minute live show, haha, but I like this. Enjoy Space Jam with the fam. You already know, my guy. Shout out to you. This is a super last minute live stream. And yo, I don't know why, but every single time I do last minute live streams, nobody gets not nobody, but a lot of people don't get notifications. When this is over, they come in my comments and say, yo, they didn't even tell me you went live, blah, 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 blah. And I'm not saying blah, blah to them, but it is. Like I hate YouTube sometimes, but I love YouTube sometimes. JT said Lillard didn't 100% deny. Oh, now you're talking about some Sixers stuff? I ain't at the game. Eagle Slayer in the building. What's going on with you? What's going on? But yeah, at the end of the day, it's closing in on 7:30. 60 people, 60 likes. You know what I mean? This is one of the lowest ones, but it doesn't matter. Shout out to you guys. Y'all the reals to the real with the notifications on, or at least coming through to see what's going on. I said I was going to go to about 7:30 to 7:28. I started around 6:35-ish. We'll rock out for another 2-3 minutes. Shout out to you guys. Y'all the real MVPs. Like I said, training camp is going to be legit. I'm going to try to cop tickets so I can go down there. If I go down there, I'm going to be recording with my phone live so we can get some live footage. I'm not going to hold it back from you guys. I'm going to go live on YouTube through the phone right then and there. And we're going to see what training camp looks like for the public ones at least. But there's a lot of battles I like to see. And we going to rock out. Shout out to Martina Lynch 33 said, this is all cool and stuff, but let's talk Dame and Philly. Hey, I made a video about it earlier when I was at work, and I was gonna go live for that. But look, I wasn't gonna do any type of content today because my brother said I'm gonna be here at 6:30. That's why I dropped the video at work. But now I'm hearing reports that it's a lie, and I'm very upset with that, so I'm gonna have to read into that before I get overly excited. Cloud Eagle 92 said we got the top 3 best. We got the top 3 best. We coming out of Alabama all time. Shout out to you, bro. With that being said, time trio boxes. Hey, shout out to you, Richie MC. With that being said, I go by Philly Mike. This is the Philly Talk Podcast. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. You know, everybody in here, if you don't have that bell hit that bell. Also, whoa. I should have did this today, but I'll tell y'all tomorrow. I am now on the app called Newsbreak. I'm on the app called Newsbreak. I'll be dropping Sixers content and Eagles content. Some from my actual YouTube channel, so y'all watch that. You don't got to watch it again. But I will be dropping actual videos on Newsbreak that are not on YouTube. And we doing cash giveaways, jersey giveaways, and stuff on there. I'm going to put the link in my next video. We'll talk about it. But until next time, the brother's calling on the watch. I can't even show you guys. It is what it is. Shout out to Kristen. We getting Kristen's guy Ben Simmons out of here. Hey, Kristen, did you see what I said I was leaving, but I stay be lying. Kristen, did you see what I put on? I think you did see the video thing I put on Twitter. Ben, gone. Picks, gone. Both Matisse, Thibault, and Maxey if need to be. I'm doing it. But until next time, y'all know what time it is. We out. Peace.